wants me to do. So I've got to make some changes in my life. I don't know about any of you, but I know I have to make some changes in my life because it's important for us to not only be hearers, but doers. So let's go to James 1:16 through 19. Do not err, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variables, neither shadows of turning. On his own we begot he, as with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creation. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath, which is anger. We've got to get that, because too many of us, we get angry about the silliest little things. We let things like my great-grandkids, which I love and adore deeply, but they will act up, and I will get so mad at them because they're not doing what I asked them to do. They're babies. And if we can't get our babies to do right, how are we going to get the adults to do? I mean, seriously. So we've got to really understand that patience is our virtue. We've got to have patience and love and kindness and good words and things that we need in life. We've got to show that light. And that's so important to us. And I had so many more scriptures written on another piece of paper, and I tore it out because I thought Brother Frazier was going to be here. But I guess my whole point to this whole thing is that if we don't hear the word, if we take it in a wrong way, and there's been times that I've heard Brother Frazier and I've thought, that just can't be. That ain't right. He's saying that the wrong way. Now, this has been years ago, but that's the truth. I have sat there and said, he can't be right. Lord Jesus, please forgive me, because he is right. Yes. If you really read the Bible, there's nothing in this Bible that is going to be contrary to what he's preaching to us. Amen. Or teaching us. He is a man of God. Yes. I don't care how old he gets and how much he repeats himself, because he's repeating himself because people like me have to hear it over and over and over and over to get it. Yeah. And that's why he repeats himself. God knows that we need to hear this. Yes. And if we don't get it, he's going to repeat it until you do get it. And he knew, I'm telling you, when he sat there, was it this morning that he did this? When he sat there and said, I know somebody's thinking something about me. Now, it wasn't me. But there was a time he could have said that, and it might have been me. Yep. You know, seriously, we've all been there and done that and said, that man is nuts. And I've had to ask God and him to forgive me. Yes. Because he is on track. Yes, he is the... I mean, I can't say it. I've been to so many Pentecostal churches in those 2 years I was gone. I mean, we went from church to church trying to find what we had here.
And you're not
because this was what we wanted. I got my feelings hurt. How crazy is that to walk out a door when you get your feelings hurt? But when you're young, it happens. And I almost did the same thing not too awful long ago when my grandson had his accident. He said something that just hurt my feelings. And I said, no, devil, it's not going to happen again. Amen. It's not. We've got to get our grounded roots in to where we know that there is no other place on this earth that I need to be than right here. Yes. Till he comes back, or until we go through tribulation, or until the revival or whatever is going to happen. We've got to be here. Yes. If the Lord sees fit to take this man on before it happens, God forgive us all, because I don't know what we're going to do. I don't. There's nobody that I've ever gone and heard that is doing what Brother Frazier does. Nobody. I know that we've gone to a lot of different churches, and I had people that I really respected and thought very highly of. And when I went to their church, and I'm not going to say who it was, but when I went to their church, I lost some of that respect, because they act one way in front of other people, but when they're in their own place, in their own worship, they're not what they proclaim to be. They do their own thing. And I just read something today about music, how it will tickle your ear and how you can go and hear all this good music and you think it's the best thing that ever happened. There are beautiful choirs and beautiful music going on. That's not where it's at either.
It's not enough.
It's not. But that's where the hearing comes in. If you're hearing things, then it's making you feel like, oh, that could be pretty good.
Tickle your
And it's not the word.
Come on.
It's not very good. There's a lot of songs in these songbooks and a lot of songs that we sing that are really gospel music. The old-fashioned gospel music, there's nothing better than that.
Right.
But there's not. But when you get to the point where you're listening to music on the radio and it's not exactly what you should be listening to, I can't stand it. I make David turn it off. Because they'll be going down the street and Timothy will be in the back seat. Please forgive me, Timothy. And they'll be playing music that it's just making me cringe, you know? And I love them dearly, but they just don't seem to understand that's not my thing. My thing is all about what's good for us in the Bible.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, Lord, and all of y'all good folks out there, if I don't get something changed in my life where I absolutely know for a fact that I'm right with God and I'm doing the right thing. I even told Berthina I want to get rebaptized. I might not need it, but what's it going to hurt?
Right.
Just get all this off of me and just know that I can start over fresh. I know that a lot of people don't believe that, but sometimes when you feel like you haven't gone the right path, and it's not nothing big, y'all. It's not like I've done any sinful things. But when I get angry at somebody and I say something I shouldn't say because I'm angry, that's not God.
That's right.
That's not God.
That's right.
And I can ask them to forgive me. Brother and Sister Jones, I love them dearly. And I did. I hurt them. And I had to ask them over and over to please forgive me. And they did. But I still feel bad about it. Because you're always going to have that feeling, what if I hadn't done this? Would they still be here today? I want them back.
Yes.
So let's just really think about everything we say and do.
Yes.
I'm trying so hard, y'all. I'm trying to think about not opening my mouth when it's not needed. It's a habit. Brother Frazier says you do something more than 60 days and it becomes a habit. Well, I've been doing this for 60 years, so it's a habit. But I'm trying so hard to break that habit. I really am. I'm praying every day. Don't let me say nothing to hurt anybody. I don't care who it is. Please don't let me say anything to hurt anybody. Let me know that God is with me every inch of every day. So y'all pray for me and I'll pray for you. And I'm sorry that this was a little short, but
that's all right. That was good.
I just feel like this is what the Lord gave to me because He knows my heart. He knows that I am trying to change my life.
Yes.
And in order to do that, I've got to start from the beginning.
Yes.
So I appreciate everything y'all have done.
Bless the Lord.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not Brother Frazier. No, I'm fine. You think back when Brother Frazier started these different services on Sunday night, well, you think, well, he was crazy. He didn't need to do that. That would mess up everything. That's not tradition. But look where you're at tonight.
Yes.
Did you have done this before he started this or not?
No.
Did you have had the boldness?
No,
I know
never.
I
If you'd
wouldn't.
come to church tonight in the old way and didn't know nothing, what would we do? We'd be lost. But He's trained you. He's training us for a better world.
Yes, He is.
Yes.
Yes, He is, Sister Berthina. He's training you. Love you, honey.
But you know, He does things sometimes that I question. But I'll pray about it. And you know, I very seldom tell Him, well, maybe I think you're wrong. Because
you'd have the wrath on you, though.
I have to pray, Lord, help me underneath my breath. But, you know, I even wondered, well, is this going to be beneficial to have somebody every night different on Sunday night? And we can see that it was.
Definitely.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
Nolan couldn't get up there and sing at first, but he's doing real good.
Yes, He does. He's got a beautiful voice.
All of you have changed. You have accepted, you know, different roles that you have now that you didn't have then. she can do better.
Yeah.
I always
She just
call.
don't answer her phone when you need her to.
Ah.
Yeah, when he hit me this morning, he didn't hit me. When he told me, he said, David was gonna call David, and I forgot David had told me, but I thought I had heard David say that
He
it
went.
had been canceled, it was another day.
He did, and Sister Frazier, I have to tell you, that's my fault because he asked me Thursday when he found out to call you, and I forgot.
Oh, okay. I
He told me today when I called him and said, Brother Frazier's sick, and he said, Pam, I told you to call him.
Yeah, sometimes if you tell him, he don't tell me. Normally I try to tell him, if people talk or something like that, but
I'm sorry.
he's asked me to preach before, and I said, I'm not a preacher.
I'm not
I
either.
None of
can't
us
even get
are.
up there hardly and talk, but I could, if I had to, I would do it, but
I'm not
thankful
either.
he's got you trained now to do other things than just sit here.
Yes.
I just knew that this morning I was going to come in and see Sister Charlene teaching Sunday school. I just knew
Well,
that.
I was in the chat when we were talking.
Oh,
Who's ready?
the devil.
Oh,
Bless
I'm
the
getting
Lord.
kinda hard of hearing like he is. I'm only 84.
I know
That's what
that's
his
right.
fallback is. I'm only 85.
Do we want to just come up and pray for a few minutes, or
Yeah.
do you want us
I was
dismiss?
trying to see if I got any answer from Ella, but did anybody get a text message?
I haven't looked at my phone.
I didn't get one. But I'm thankful for all that y'all do, because if y'all didn't do it, I'd have to do it. Okay.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And please pray for my back. It's getting
Yes,
worse. I'm
Lord.
going to the doctor last of this month.